Good morning, everybody. Come get ready with me today while I'm getting ready for a children's birthday party. So fun. And you know, I used to hate going to kids' birthday parties because it was like all the noise and all the like small talk with people that you don't really know and like, hi, how are you? What's going on? How's the weather? And now I'm like, you know what? I hang out with the kids, or I just actually like, ooh, that was gross. I need to shake that up. I like literally say the weirdest shit just to see who's gonna react, and then figure out who my people are based on what their reaction is. And crap, I left this in the car overnight, and then it's like gross. Like I'm doing a shake weight commercial. Now I just hang out with the kids and have fun. Anyway, so this morning I'm coming to do like a little logic lesson because I've been going through karmic lesson after karmic lesson over this last week. I've talked before about my spiritual awakening that I've been going through, and it has just been this like fast track that is insane. And I hear people talk about their like awakening journeys and all this stuff, and it's like this beautiful experience, and mine has been like a beautiful dumpster fire in like such a short amount of time. But that's because I actually took the time to step away from life and focus on it and do it, which is why people have these like long accelerated awakening healing processes, because everybody puts the pressure on them of keeping up with normal life. What is normal life? I'm somebody who was suffering from complex PTSD. Come to find out that, you know, it was my soul contract that I agreed to live through everything that I lived through so I could get to this point and be here to talk to you about it and tell you what the fuck is up. But damn, I lost my train of thought again. It happens all the time. Oh, yeah. So, the healing process. I've been like in this like isolation mode for like really specifically 2 months now. And you know, the funny thing is like all the people that claim to be concerned about my well-being and what are you doing? How is everything? They're concerned about, with the exception of a small handful, everybody's worried about what are you doing for money? What are you going to do for work? Where are you going to live? No one has said, not no one, that's not true. Again, small few. How's your healing journey going? Like, how's the PTSD going? How's the working through the ADHD, which isn't really ADHD, it's just all your spiritual gifts, not knowing how to function properly in a world that they weren't, in a world that's been constructed to prevent them from operating properly. No one has asked about that. Everyone has worried about what I'm gonna do for money and for work, because that's what they think we're here for. It's not, guys. Just newsflash, it's not why we're here. Why do you think we're here on this planet? Stop and think about that for a second. What do you think you're here for? And if your answer, regardless of your beliefs of the universe, how large it is, extraterrestrials, if we're all there is, if you purport yourself to be Christian or Jewish or Hindu, whatever, like, why did the almighty creator that you believe in put us here? And if your answer is to go to work every day, come home, be stressed, go to bed, and get up and do it all over again, then I don't know. I was going to say this isn't the space for you, but you might want to stay because you need to listen to some shit. It's not why we're here. And, you know, it's like that space where you thought that like the people that would be beside you during the hardest times of your life are not here because again, they're focused on the wrong stuff. And again, everybody's got their own stuff. I actually do agree that like, you know, your stuff becomes more important. You prioritize yourself, your family, your stuff, what you need. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to hold yourself out to be concerned about someone, worried about someone, like, don't you check on them? Or worry about something other than like, what are you doing with your money? Like, how are you going to get money? How's your healing? How's your body? How's your mind? How's your soul? What's going on? How's your heart feel? I told some of my closest friends about this growth that I have on my rib cage, and everybody was all concerned, and you need to make an appointment to go get it checked out. That was months ago. Some of those people I haven't even heard from at all. I could have been dead by now already if it was serious. Like, it's not, because I've done the hard work healing. But anyway, I am here to talk to you about the healing process, to talk to you about how you can do it for yourself, because the shit that we have in Western medicine, Western society, is not focused on healing. They don't want you to heal. They want you to stay in their system on their drugs, eating their shitty food, so that they can control you, keep you unhealthy. I'm going to do a whole thing on that. But, you know, where are our priorities? Because the people that purport to care about me, be concerned about me, want me to feel safe and loved, that are in my family and, well, were in my immediate circle, they're not asking about me at all, or the like really important stuff, which is okay, because this is part of the other point is, dang it, where is that? Let people will show you who they are, and when they do, listen. I now am to the point where like you get me, all of me, the real me, once. I will meet you at that level. You can show me who you are. I will listen. And then moving forward, I will meet you at that level, because, and also those are people that don't necessarily need to be in your immediate circle. Like if you're operating at a level 5 when you meet someone and you're on the same vibe, but you're now operating at a level 7 and they're still at a 5, like you don't have to stay at level 5 just because they are. That was a tough lesson I had to learn, that I have repeated regularly through my entire life. And like to acknowledge that you're just not on the same literal frequency or wavelength as somebody else isn't bad. I was taught in my life to believe that that was like arrogant and selfish, to actually believe that I was intelligent. To believe in my own intelligence, I was taught that was selfish. It's not. And if you're in a room where you feel like, I'm the smartest person in here, there's a very good chance you probably are. And that's not something you need to be ashamed of. Anyway, so I wanted to bring this to you with some logic. Number 1, we're focused on the wrong stuff. Number 2, I've been going through this whole, oh shit, I just spilled that everywhere. Oh, my glow serum. Thank you, universe. I must be glowing. Let's talk about focusing on the wrong stuff, too. In my healing journey, I have, you know, been so focused on sharing what I learned and what I knew in my soul, what I'm literally here on this planet to tell people about, has been taken away, you know, from the matriarchy. Sorry, I'm wiping up all this stuff I spilled everywhere. The divine feminine, throughout history, especially Western civilization. It was done on purpose. But here's the part that I kept leaving out. You know, you have to recognize that, hey buddy, I know. we should all recognize that in this, in the societal structure that we are in, that has been specifically designed to keep us focused on the wrong stuff, to keep our priorities distracted and misaligned, so that we're not focused on high vibrational, good, positive energy and what we're really here for. You know, we're so angry about how we've been put in this role of homemaker, mother, servant, and we've had our liberties and freedom taken away, which we have. I'm gonna post something later as well about the power of your orgasms, the power of your womb, the womb healing, what's been taken away from us as far as our power to create and manifest through orgasms. I know, right? That's why they don't want us to have them all the time. Look, beep, beep, universal confirmation. But we've been psychologically manipulated to stay into this role and, you know, misled on what unconditional love is, and that this is where we're supposed to be and sit still and stay pretty and seen, not heard, all that fun stuff. And we're mad at the patriarchy for what they've done to us. But guess what? The whole psychological structure has done the same thing to our men. They're treating us this way because they've been taught to. We accepted it because we've been taught to. Everybody's doing something to someone else because someone did it to them first. It's learned behavior until you question the learned behavior, figure out why you're doing it, listen to your gut instinct, and decide if that learned behavior is right or wrong for you, because your gut, what am I doing? Your gut instinct will tell you. People just don't listen to it. They don't know how. It's been, the ability to listen to it has been taken away from us. And again, another conversation by pineal gland. There's so much, just little one at a time. But just as much as we, the divine feminines, need a space to be soft and comfortable and feel safe and supported, like our divine masculines need the same thing. They need, the space to take the fucking armor off, to relax for a minute and not feel like they always have to be on guard. You know, what we're feeling, they feel too. So we're so mad at them, but giving them the space to realize that they've been psychologically manipulated to focus on the wrong stuff, to focus on the control, the power, the anger, the frustration, instead of the support and protection, and the recognition that they also, like, balance is everything. Like, just as much as women need to, like, know, just as, not know, but stand our ground, trust our gut, trust our instinct, and know how powerful we are, we also are innately, by nature, soft and soothing and nurturing and gentle and calming. And we've been in an environment in society in general where that it's not safe for us to be that. And it's because our societal structure, organized religion, government has put us in a position where we've reversed our gender roles. We've made our women hold these masculine roles where they're doing everything for everyone else except for themselves. Taking time to nurture yourself, to nurture your own needs, is seen as selfish. Me, like, leaving the house, the toxic environment that I was living in because I had a PTSD break, which is really also a spiritual awakening. You know, everybody thinks I'm, like, is judging me as a mother. And it's like, well, you can't heal in a toxic environment that you almost died in. But, you know, again, we're not focused on the healing because everybody's worried about the kids. How are the kids? Well, guess what? The kids aren't going to be okay if mommy loses her shit. Like, it just, everything is so backwards. And while we're supporting our women right now in our rise and reclamation of our power, if you will, power, magic, yeah, all of it. The masculines need the space to be comfortable in their role as well. So ladies, like, remember to have a little softness with them, that it's safe. Well, actually, here's the thing. There's the difference, because I attempted to give my ex that space. I tried to give him the space to be soft, recognize trauma wounds, trauma bonds, heal, improve with support, and it didn't work. And that's when I got hard. And turned into everything about his, you know, the people that originally created his trauma, who made him feel not good enough, less than, why can't you do this, why can't you do that? And in that case, my case in particular, it's because I spent so much time trying to be soft and giving him space with no change and no response. And then I just, instead of leaving, I just got mad and angry and accusatory and turned into everything about him and my original alcoholic, narcissistic, abusive mother that I disliked, until I finally realized that was my karmic lesson and the beginning of my, well, not the beginning, but impetus of major spiritual awakening. But the balance is important. Yes, stand up for what you believe in. Speak out. Don't back down. When someone shows you who they are, listen. When you try to give someone softness and space to improve and they don't, you know, don't follow through, listen to that. They're not changing. You can't make them change. Stop taking care of people that can't take care of themselves. But when you have somebody that is willing to do the work and needs the space and needs you to, like, meet them halfway, like, we gotta give our men some grace too, just as much as we have to give ourselves some grace, because we're all learning that the way we've been living and what we've been taught is manipulation and a lie, and we're finally in a place where it's like safe to be it's safe to be you again, people. You don't have to be scared anymore. All the bad stuff's gone, even though it feels a little scary right now. Just, like, let your guard down, and, like, the stuff that triggers you, the stuff that makes you angry, it's a mirror of something in yourself that needs to be worked on. So if there's something that makes you mad, be like, why does that make me mad? I'll tell you right now what makes my ex mad is that, like, I'm finally getting comfortable in my feminine energy, which makes me, like, so much more flighty than I used to be, because I was, like, the one who had to handle everything. I was the schedule. I was the, this could go wrong, that could go wrong. We have to plan everything out. We have to be here at this time. It's so rude to be late, blah, 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 blah. And he was the, like, we'll get there when we get there, but almost to, like, the opposite extent. Like, just a complete utter lack of respect of, like, I'll do what I want when I want without any consideration to others. And there was no balance in the middle of that. But now that we're not living together, we're, like, attempting to co-parent, which has been a challenge because he's tried to paint me out as an absolutely crazy, unfit mother, because I believe in reincarnation, and that I know that I am a reincarnated angel here with a purpose to do something, and that I was his karma. But yeah, I'm fucking late for everything, and he hates it. Because now he's the one who's relying on somebody else to be on time. And when I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I started recording a YouTube video while I was getting ready and I got distracted for, like, an extra half hour. Whoops-a-doodle. Sorry. And sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, you need to start paying attention a little bit more. This is also, like, you're, like, way up in your upper chakras. You might have to ground you just a little bit. But you know what? Like, I'm working on it. I am living my life with joy and gratitude, and knowing that like no one else, like I'm not responsible for what other people worry about. What they want to worry about is what they want to worry about. And I know that that shit isn't important, and we literally weren't created to have worry. Like it's an emotion, it's a vibration, it's a feeling that we're really like not supposed to give stock to. So I'm just not. I've learned if you actually don't worry about it, it just doesn't become a problem. And again, balance is important, but this whole societal structure that we're in, like it's all a show. It's all here to keep us trapped in this fear-based construct. And so now, like, you have to figure out where your fears, what's your fear? What are you afraid of? And why? And here's the kicker, people. Remember, I've talked about this before. You see me holding my shoulder? Everything's energy. Your body's telling you something in everything. If you're holding your shoulders while you're talking, if you're tensing up, what are you talking about? What are you uncomfortable with? That's your body subconsciously telling you, ooh, you're talking about something that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you doubt your masculine, doubt yourself. Like, pay attention to where it is. Everything's energy. That's part of the healing process, too, that we're going to talk about. Dang it, I did it again. Squirrel. Get distracted. Squirrel in another direction. Yeah, everything's energy. So what you give your energy to is what you get back. You give your energy to worry, you're going to get situations that, you know, you worried about. And it's literally how you end up manifesting all your own drama, all your own shit. Manifest it all by worrying, by putting the energy into it. So what are you going to put your energy into? Or are you going to put your energy into manifesting good stuff? Or are you going to put your energy into, what is it called? I heard somebody call it counter manifesting? Something like that. Where you're literally manifesting what you don't want because you're sitting there worrying about it. And then it happens. And that was like a huge mind fuck in the spiritual awakening process, to realize that like, oh, yes, Taylor Swift is right. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. You're always your own problem. Get out of your own way. Acknowledging your own faults, your own shit, your own stuff that you need to work on is actually healing. And this is part of the whole everything is energy, and how the government, big pharma, they don't want us to know that. They've put us in these societal roles where we're doing the opposite of what we're supposed to do. Everybody's stressed out. Everybody's on antidepressants. Everybody's drinking wine like it's their job. Alcohol has become the new norm to relieve stress. And that's a whole nother situation I'm going to get in. Because basically my entire life is an experience of things that I have done, or things that people have done to me that they wouldn't have done, or I wouldn't have done if alcohol hadn't been involved. And we normalize it as, like, this is just what we're doing on a Saturday, is we're going to get together with our friends and just all get blasted, because that's how we let go. And that's what we're teaching our kids. And then they repeat the cycle until you get California sober like me, and you just smoke weed and eat mushrooms. So heal your body, heal your tissue, connect to spirit. Again, more stuff we're going to talk about. These are little nuggets. But the point of today was like, ladies, it's okay. It's okay to let yourself soften a little bit. And like, I saw this cute thing, my cousin's ex, who my toxic family is doing to her what my ex's toxic family has been doing to me. And again, it's because somebody did it to them first. They were taught how to behave when someone steps outside the status quo, and when they're not prepared to acknowledge their own shortcomings and the stuff that they need to work on. They just want to point the finger at everybody else, which is what I went through. And anyway, she was cute with her hair. She posted her blonde and dark and you know, I was the sun, I was the moon. Turns out I'm just a fiery redhead, which she reminded me I needed a new do. And I was the sun, I was the moon, I was the fiery redhead. It turns out I'm a mix of all three. And it's kind of like, that's what we're allowed to be. That's what we're supposed to be. People that haven't been through like a lifetime of trauma like I have might not be a mix of all three, but we're not. Like, everybody's supposed to be their own version of who they are, because that's why we're here. Everybody's different, and we blanket everything in this fucking country. We want to give everybody like the same treatment, while we sit here and say everyone's different. No two people are the same. No two people are exactly the same. Everyone is different. So then why are we giving everybody the same treatment? Why are we expecting everybody to do everything the same? Why is our medical system built so that everybody gets the same treatment? And that we would just say, oh, here's your problem. We treat symptoms instead of roots. And again, I've mentioned this before, but the kicker when you get into your healing journey is the stuff that you're healing isn't just from this lifetime, people. It's generational trauma from generations. Like, I think I read for women, and you know, I could be wrong, I read this somewhere else, but it's like up to 7 generations for women on your mother's line. Ow, I burnt my forehead with that curling iron. Up to 7 generations on your mother's side, and it's your past life trauma too, people, that carries forward with karmic lessons for you to learn in each life. And people who refuse to believe because of religious doctrine, what they've been told to believe as a result of the faith that they're following, is that past lives aren't real. And believing in them is the work of dark magic and the devil, which is the actual opposite. So people who don't believe that past lives are real have actually limited themselves. My dog is making noise that's making me very nervous right now. Oh, no. Hey! Okay. Yep. We're tearing up trash. Okay, it's all right, buddy. You want attention. Anyway, they're limiting themselves in their healing level and their capacity to reach a healing point because they're refusing to believe the existence of lifetimes where trauma has carried forward into this life. And until you actually start healing it, or like recognize that it's there, you can't heal it. So actually looking at healing modalities that allow people to dig into generational trauma, past life trauma, hypnotherapy, psilocybin treatment, ketamine therapy. I personally am like cannabis in a human form. She is my spirit plant. Thank you. Mama Cannabis. Santa Maria. Anyway. Yeah, we're not actually using real healing modalities in Western medicine. We are light therapy, sound healing, yoga, spiritualism, like ways to connect. We're band-aiding things. We are avoiding the actual truth because they don't want you to heal, because we're living in a structure that's been set up to keep you in this mindset and to keep you being a robot. And all you have to do is say no. Change your behavior. Get out of it. Ladies, yes, have some passion. Stand up for what you believe in. But don't be scared to be soft. Hey, get out of the trash, mister. I know you're annoyed, but come on, man. Take out your trash. Take out your trash. Yeah. If it's not aligning with you anymore, don't do it. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself, but also like remember that everybody's living a human experience right now. Everybody's been through some shit that they may or may not realize that they've actually been through because they haven't been able to come to terms with it yet, or like acknowledge that it's there. But just as much as we want our men to take this like masculine leader role, like, okay, well, we have to let them lead. You have to be soft enough to actually let them lead. If they're leading you in the wrong direction, then yeah, stand up and say, I don't like where we're going. And if they're not willing to change where they're going and adjust, then that's not your problem and it's okay to leave. But remember to give them that opportunity first and like meet them at the level you want them to meet you at. We're a mix of all of it. The light, the dark. You can't have the light without knowing the dark is there and accepting it. And yeah, it's about not wanting your partner to change who they are because they're not acceptable to you. It's about loving them for exactly who they are and supporting them in healing the things they need to heal and becoming the best version of themselves that they want to become for themselves and for you. You can't force it. They have to want to do it. Yeah, is that the soapbox I got on today? I don't even know. We went in so many circles, but I have to go pick up my kids now and go to the birthday party. So remember, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to be authentically you. It's you. It's okay to be authentically you. It is safe to have fun again. And it's safe to like give people grace, but also like move on when it's not for you anymore. Yeah. Okay. Everybody have fun today and love you. Bye.